And we're live. Hi guys, and welcome to Wanderers, our D&D 4th edition campaign that has been running for something like 2.5 years now. It's been a while. My name is Hikaru, and I also play as Guy, the halfling rogue / bard.
Hello, I'm Weebs. I play Veritas, the tiefling revenant ranger.
Delia.
Delia.
And
Whoops.
you're not,
Yeah, I think you're reverting back to your old character right now.
Yep.
Delia. Yep, her name changed. Because she's a revenant now.
Yep. Hi, I'm Sho. I play Pax, the widower paladin human who is currently really awkward around Delia.
Hi, I'm Zayo. I play Leilani, a demon blade singer who does not trust Delia at all at this point, because Veritas in her mind is a bitch.
Hi, I'm Pi. I'm playing Realtar, who is in no way completely responsible for Vari's death and then resurrection and then not quite so much, and this totally won't be a problem with the paladin.
I don't think he's a cause so much. More like maybe a catalyst?
Yeah, more like related, but Alright, well, it's been a month since our last session.
Something like that.
Does anyone remember what we were up to?
Really?
We just gone through, we teleported somewhere and
Fucking hallucinations is what?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys were
hallucinations.
Teleported up to the spire of the Pelor temple, and on the way there something went wrong with the teleporting, and you got to see a battle that apparently happened some time ago. You recognized a diva in that fight, and Leilani got to experience some pretty scary stuff.
Oh, by the way, there's literally writing on the wall, and oh, by the way, now we know why Leilani's in such a fucked up place.
Yep.
right.
She tried to keep the box from opening. Didn't work.
Rip.
Well, I mean, now that you know what's going on, it makes sense that you couldn't.
Yes, absolutely. Still fucking sucks. And yeah. But we're in the temple now. Everyone else is confused because they're like, what do you mean there's something happened? It was just a normal teleport. And then we were shown to rooms where we could rest, and once we rested, we'd be able to talk to the head priest of the temple.
So you've taken a month-long rest.
Apparently.
And I mean, you know, you're safe now. There's nothing that can go wrong here.
I hate when you say that.
What? You wake
Never
up
trust the DM.
the next day to an acolyte knocking on your door with breakfast.
Yay, food, I guess. Leilani didn't honestly sleep too much through the night. Realtar helped her deal with a really bad panic attack, and she was basically going through her notes and writing down a ton of shit most of the night. So she'll open the door and get the food. I don't know who else is in that room. I don't know if we were given one room or separate rooms or what.
You were probably given just one room with a lot of beds in it.
Okay. So Leilani will take the food, and I have no idea if everyone else is up. Actually, Pax will be up for sure.
Yeah, Pax probably was already doing his morning exercises. Because Pax.
In the room?
Yeah, but
No,
where?
not Not in the room. He probably found someplace like in a courtyard.
Delia's already up shooting.
This whole group is early risers now, apparently.
Yep.
Leilani will at least give Realtor some of the food since is he still in the room?
Yep. It's
Okay.
been very boring watching you scribble. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Leilani will look at her book and be like, I honestly don't think most people would be able to read most of that right now. It's kind of a mess. But, thank you, Realtor.
Pat, pat, pat. Well, if no one else is here, more breakfast for me.
Guys here. The acolyte looks at you, Leilani, as he puts down the tray of food. I believe your friends are outside training? Probably sparring with the other knights here, paladins.
I feel so sorry for your paladins.
When you're ready, let me know, and I will take you to the High Priest.
Thank you. I will, once we eat, we'll go grab those other two, and then we'll probably be ready.
Very well.
And they'll get none of this food if they don't show up soon.
Pax chooses that moment to actually enter. Looking
Really?
particularly smug. Little
Really?
smudge of... Yeah. Really.
You got tired of picking on poor paladins, Pax?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really,
Besides,
Pax?
I didn't do more than injure their pride.
So, yes, you did have fun picking on them.
I think I did more damage to them than he did. And Dahlia saunters in after him.
I mean, to be fair, you probably both did. But
I think I scared them more.
anyways, food is here. Let's eat. Once we're done, we will be escorted to the head priest.
Alright. Well then, let's eat.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we get enough information from him to figure out what to do. So, yeah, I'm guessing once we eat, we find that guy.
I'd like to feed the wyvern.
Okay.
Oh God, we still have one of those with us, don't we?
Oh, yes we do.
Just have an egg.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, was it still an egg or did it hatch?
Still an egg.
I don't think that Leilani knows about that one yet.
Yeah,
No.
she
She
does.
doesn't know
She
about
pulled-
the egg.
Delia pulled it out and
I
goes,
pulled
what
it out
the
last
hell is
episode.
this?
Oh, right, because then Pax was like, oh.
And right, Pax had one with him, didn't he?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Can we
forgotten
go
about that.
anywhere? Can we go anywhere without collecting creatures?
Nope. Where's the fun in that?
No idea what you're talking about.
So you have a wyvern egg and a pet wyvern.
Yep.
Amazing. Alright, so you feed the wyvern, Realtar. The wyvern is very happy.
I wonder if it needs to be warmed or chilled.
Dunno.
It sits with its back feet on your shoulders and its front feet on your head.
Karu, I hate to ask this, but what would Leilani know about what wyverns need in terms of eggs and actually
Hatching them?
hatching? In terms of What one said?
Give me a nature check.
nature? Oh, fuck, good luck, guys.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to know how
Oh.
to do this.
I'm actually, I think,
Huh, that was a pretty good roll.
Nope.
I don't
just want
think
to keep my
Printar has
fingers.
dealt with wyverns much.
no, I'm not. But it's much better than somebody else's.
Curious but unlikely.
Wait, this is the wrong character sheet.
That
Yes,
was
yes,
very...
it is.
Well, oops. Apparently
How would
Pax knows.
Pax know anything about wyvern?
Hey, it was one of the things that really interested him growing up, okay? He always wanted
There
to
we go.
Sure.
Alright, well, I think the problem here is Realtar is really just having fun with the wyvern and isn't really caring much about anything else. The rest of you? These are astral wyverns, so they're not normal wyverns. You know that normal wyverns would probably need, the appropriate number of heat and
You mean the appropriate amount?
mount. Yes, I'm good at English.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And you're also cute.
Mainly carnivores. The wyvern egg you have being from the astral sea, you can pretty much guess that it needs more void than heat or cold.
So the bag of holding.
So probably the bag of holding is the best place for it. But it probably is tough enough that either way it's not going to be that affected.
But it will not die being in the bag of holding.
No.
I'd rather it not hatch in my bag of holding.
Yes.
I know it would just go to the astral sea, and we're in the astral sea, but still.
How long do they take to hatch?
Oh my god, everybody's cutting out so bad for me right now.
Probably a couple months, though it's hard to tell how many months this egg has already been incubating.
So we check it regularly and look for signs of when it's going to hatch.
Yeah, the hatching sequence is probably long enough that if you checked it once a day, you'd be able to tell if there's cracks or not and go like, oh yeah, it's going to hatch sometime today.
Okay, that's good to know at least.
Unless it starts cracking right after you check it, but
Then it's just bad luck, and if we lose the wyvern into the astral sea, then, well, honestly, we deserve it.
And we also lose a bag of holding, and I believe that also makes a black hole.
Yep.
We don't want it hatching in the bag of holding.
Nope.
Okay.
So even if the bag of holding is the best place for it, it's probably not the best place to keep it.
Should be fine.
It's the safest place while traveling to keep it.
Probably.
How about I just shove it in the opening?
Shove it in the okay. So you mean like have it poking out of the bag? I'm not sure you can do that with an egg.
Didn't know.
The egg is probably something like a foot in length. It's a pretty big egg. I feel like it would slip into the bag. Because, round.
Right.
Welcome to Midgardia, where we talk about...
Hatching astral wyverns.
Yep.
I mean, this is the important stuff, guys.
Seriously.
Right. Says the person who decided to steal an egg.
That was Veritas.
That was you, Gwen.
Maybe.
Agent of Chaos.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we have an egg and a wyvern. Shall we go and talk to the head priest?
Sure.
Okay, Leilani will look for the one who spoke to them and brought the food and be like, I think we're ready
Take
to go.
us to your leader.
What he said.
He looks at... Yes, of course. Leads you to a fancy-looking antechamber, goes to knock on a door, whispers something inside, and a moment later you guys are let into a study with enough seating for all of you. And,
First.
Pax,
Pardon?
are you wearing the
Hmm.
cord armor?
Oh yes, I haven't
course.
taken it off.
Ugh,
Well, I
he
mean,
never takes
aside
his
from when I
armor off.
Did you sleep in
you.
it?
no.
Wow, you
once.
actually took off your armor to sleep?
Out
Double
Veritas? I am offended.
Sorry.
I think he would find that insulting to the armor if he slept with it on.
He probably took his time in the morning and polished it before he put it back, donned it again. So you know.
He probably needs help donning that armor. I mean, it is full plate mail.
Dude, he's donned his full plate mail before, and it's magic full plate mail.
Yeah,
He
it
probably
still
had-
resistance.
He probably had Very helping him.
Yeah, because there's buckles and stuff that you would not be able to reach, especially once you start putting on the armor and lose some of the mobility.
Whatever.
I mean, I know it's been proven on the internet that having full plate mail does not make you clumsy, but
He would still need assistance.
yeah. Not to mention it would go a lot faster. If you were putting it on yourself, it would probably take you an hour. But yes, you are wearing it. So you enter, you see the full plate mail, pretty shiny, obviously magical armor on the head priest. And you're like, this isn't a priest, this is a paladin. And sitting alongside him is someone you might recognize. A diva wearing blue with
Immediately.
stars.
Leilani's
You
hand is
did
pointing
this.
to her sword.
Gee.
She just looks at Leilani. Hello.
You and your friends ruined my world.
Yes.
Good job.
Oh dear.
How could you not do that?
I tried to stop them. But we were naive. We were irresponsible young adventurers who had no idea what we were dealing with.
Obviously. Do you know what state my world is in now?
Yes. I haven't been able to go there, but I can make a educated guess. I'm actually glad it's still there. I assumed it had been destroyed long ago.
Well, gee, wouldn't it have been nice if you could have asked someone from that world when you had met them? Oh, but wait, that didn't happen now, did it?
Well, for one, I wasn't sure if she was from that world. Not immediately.
Not immediately. So you figured it out at some point, and you still didn't talk to me.
Well, it's a good thing that you'll be helping her figure out what the writings on the wall both said and mean. We have good notes. I'm glad to see that you're going to volunteer to help.
I have been helping in my own way.
And how exactly have you been doing that?
Did you manage? Were you the one who interfered with the teleportation circle to let us see it?
I helped, yes. I figured that was one strong way of you finding out what exactly happened all those centuries ago. Millennia? How long ago was it?
Oh, thousands of years.
Yeah, it was millennia.
I am not who I was back then. Quite literally, I have lived hundreds of lifetimes.
wise enough not to say what he is thinking right now. Probably.
I am still honestly quite pissed at you. But we have other things to deal with right now. We'll talk about this later. Let's worry about keeping Pax's world from falling apart at the seams, shall we?
Yes. Yes. That is why I'm here, in part, to help with what information I have been able to gather. That artifact that you need to save your own world.
Mm-hmm.
It would be easier to destroy it to save Pax's. But in so doing, you would be destroying the one hope you have of recovering your own world, Leilani.
Not to mention what is in that world would at some point wreak havoc everywhere else.
Precisely. So while you will have to take the harder route, hopefully we can manage not only to save Pax's world, but the rest of the universe with it. The artifact is not something you can just grab and run, unfortunately. It is powered, as far as I can tell, by 5 bloodstones inside the rift.
Great.
What is this artifact exactly?
It is an artifact made by the gods. It is a shield that was used against the primordials.
Primordials again.
I'm not sure if you've had any contact with this kind of material before, but it is strong enough to contain a primordial.
Is it an orb?
Yeah, I was going to say, does it look like an orb by any chance?
When it is not active, it does look like an orb. But it is being amplified to be an orb around. Sorry. When it is not active, it looks like an orb, yes. Once it is active, it can expand or contract. At the moment, it's basically what's sealing Pax's world away from us.
Great. That's annoying.
Balls.
Literally.
You will have to find...
we have to do to get to it?
You will have to find all 5 bloodstones inside the rift, destroy them, and only then will you be able to grab that orb, reduce it back to its normal size, and steal it.
Problem with that is, as soon as we go after one of those bloodstones, they will likely know, and then protect the others
inside the rift.
zealously.
Yes.
You said it's inside the rift. It's not technically in Pax's world, but it's inside the rift?
It's inside the rift where the artifact is also sealed away. I believe the bloodstones that you destroyed on Pax's world were siphoning energy to the main 5. But it is those main 5 that you will have to destroy to deactivate the shield.
Okay, I'm going to point something out that's very important. It takes me an hour to destroy one of those. We're not going to have 5 hours between all of those locations to destroy these. There has to be a quicker way.
I know.
Unless we aren't the only ones doing this.
It still takes an hour uninterrupted to destroy it the way I've been doing it, Pax. Do you really think we'll have an hour uninterrupted?
No, I don't.
Do you know of another way to destroy these?
What? Wait a minute. What happens if the bloodstones are too far away from the ball? Does it just sort of die? Do they have to be right next to it in the rift?
They're not right beside each other.
Is there perhaps a way to overload them so that they can cause a chain reaction and destroy one another?
Oh, no, I meant is there a distance that if we take it far enough away, it'll stop working?
I'm gonna point out, Pax, a chain reaction would probably blow us up. Even if it was possible.
Just saying.
Or...
That is probably true. That is something we will have to figure out. I can help buy you time.
How exactly?
I can give you an artifact that will delay time. It will make it so that you have 10 minutes instead of 1 hour. That will still mean you have to make sure that you are not interrupted in those 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a lot easier than an hour.
Yeah, we'd still have to figure something out with it. I mean...
But I mean... Go ahead.
I could probably... help defend if there was other things, but we'd have to take their attention away from what we're doing.
I will point out, one time before we were able to buy 10 minutes for me to do a ritual. Remember when we teleported out once?
Yeah.
Yes,
I do.
because we shoved ourselves into a corridor.
Yep.
Yep, and barricaded it.
And we had very.
Mm-hmm.
Would a black hole turn the bloodstones into black stones?
I could see that working, yes. What are you suggesting?
Excellent.
Oh.
Realtar?
What happens if I put my bag in this bag? And points to Varys.
That would
holding inside a bagel holding?
cause a rift in space.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but what does it do?
A very large explosion that technically might work to break a bloodstone.
I can hear me breaking the DM.
Me too!
You can hear Leilani breaking a little too. Realtar, I'm going to point out a huge explosion will again probably kill us at the same time.
I mean,
wait.
Well, what if...
What happens to the stuff in the bag?
They go away.
So...
But go away where?
They'll be destroyed.
They'll be destroyed.
Question. What if we weren't right next to the bloodstone when we did it? AKA, maybe somebody makes a gate, uses Mage Hand to put the bags through, and then put one on the other?
As long as that gate is active, the explosion would go through the gate.
Yeah, but it...
So we could trap it so that the gate would go, and then they'd fall on each other. And then we make a big boom. Almost like a big bang, and then restart the universe.
What?
I really, first of all, I'm pointing out with gate, my gate spell, only movement can go between the two. You can't actually shoot through the hole and it come out the other side. So
yeah, well, you can move you can move the bags through with Mage Hand.
Can we though? Because that's a spell.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to run upstairs.
But okay. The black hole idea is terrifying, and I'd rather not do that because, again, the explosion that would happen could probably
Wait a
kill
minute.
us.
We've
What?
met empty people.
Huh?
Empty people. Like, and I gesture with my cape. Like, Capey here. Capey is not a people's, but can do stuff.
You mean
We've met entire sets of armors.
The Warforged?
So use an animated armor or something.
Not
To
use, but see if anyone wants to volunteer. Because if they're all as nuts as Pax, they all will.
You mean the oh.
Okay, I'm going to point out I think we're going a little too overcomplicated here. Holy shit.
This is not overcomplicated.
Yes,
we send
it
in a piece of
is.
armor, we put a bag in a bag, everything goes boom.
I could do it.
KP is like, I'm not going, nope, 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 nope.
This is like the least complicated thing we can do. We have one sort of kind of person who agrees to this, and then they go boom, and then everything else goes boom, and then there's tiny bits everywhere, and then we go get balls.
Okay, here's a thing though. One, we would have to do this multiple times. Two, we don't know what the area is going to be. Like, for example, if we set off a huge explosion in one area of a building, the whole entire thing might collapse on top of us. We don't know what the rift is like on the other side.
What about a familiar?
Excuse me?
That is fucked up and we're not doing that?
No.
I think Realtor had a better idea, honestly. I can't believe I'm saying this.
I'm
writing this down in a notebook now.
The Paladins of Cord that were trapped in those armors. Do you not think that they would want to do anything they could to stop this?
You guys overcomplicate things so much.
I mean, maybe. But do you have a simpler way to do it that would accomplish it?
She has literally told us that I will be able to disenchant things within 10 minutes. That will help.
I guess. I mean, the other thing we could do is you could bring in people to help stall while you do it. There is that.
How are you planning to get into the rift?
Why not just set up a bomb?
Oh, no. We have other... I mean, technically, if we word it correctly, couldn't we use one of the pages?
Yeah, we're just gonna simply walk into the rift.
Right, that means you cannot bring anyone else besides you. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Yes.
The pages have a limit to how many can use one page.
How many
It's a
pages
good thing
do
we got
have?
lots of pages.
Yeah, seriously.
I think going in extremely aggressive is something we have done before, and guess what? 9 times out of 10 in this world, it has screwed us over, people.
Again,
How many times have we decided to go in just swords and magic and all going forward and nearly dying?
I'm honestly shocked you guys are still alive.
Yeah, honestly, so I...
Technically, I'm not.
I think trying to be more careful in terms of our actions is a better idea. I think going in with an army is going to make things worse, not better. Not to mention, you also have to consider the fact that once we get this item, we need to get the fuck out. Because all the other gods are going to be able to come back into your world, Pax, and basically say, fuck you, Bane, you can't have this place to yourself. Your world is going to need warriors to help try and gain some kind of peace. If we take everyone with us, there's going to be no one left.
You have a point. I can go with you, and I can, on my own, take down one. That will leave you with 4.
I mean, if we plan it out properly, if we go to 2 different ones and disenchant them at the same time, that means we get 2 out before we get noticed if we're subtle.
Possibly.
How many of these magical time-do-daddly bits?
probably 1. They're
4.
not common. I'm sorry?
4.
You
One
have...
for each of the disenchants.
Which means if I give you all 4, I will have to take an hour to disenchant the one I go for.
But it also means that if you give us 3, one of them will take an hour.
Yes.
So how do we make another one?
You can't. It has taken me months to find the materials for 4. But if you do those
I bet we could
4
find another one.
while I disenchant one, taking an hour.
That would still leave 20 minutes. No, actually getting between them will be fine in time.
No. How do we make another one?
It would take you too long to find the materials for it, if you even found them.
What are they? Out of curiosity.
They are made out of magic found in the astral sea.
So, like next door.
The astral sea is a very big place, Realtar. It might take you months to find the powder you need. Not to mention fighting things that you are, quite frankly, incapable of taking on at this moment.
But we found an entire continent.
I don't think we have time for that, Realtar.
I understand you want to use one of those pages to find what we need. The problem is, I do not think you can take on an astral kraken that is protecting it.
It's like,
No, we can't!
No. As much as I'd like a good fight, that would be a slaughter.
if we just ran in, grabbed it, and then used a page to run out.
The
Not that
materials
easy.
from the Kraken, isn't it?
Yes.
What about making friends with it?
Not gonna happen.
Do not think
Very
an astral
persuasive.
kraken will want to pull out its own body part, no matter how friendly you seem. And to be fair,
I'm sorry. Phrasing, first of all.
second of all, astral krakens are not very friendly. And by that I
But
mean
I'm
they are
very
not friendly at all.
persuasive.
Okay, so we have 4 orbs, 4 of these items to work with. You can disenchant the 5th. If we're subtle and quiet, we can at least hopefully disenchant 1 without being noticed. That will
After
leave
that, I
us-
would prefer you were not subtle, because that would give me time to disenchant mine.
Yes.
We are so fucked.
Oh, we are. Plans always go haywire with us.
How many people can that thing, the pages take?
I
My
think
guess is 10.
10.
10.
I thought you had a handout with it, but I don't see it. But yeah, I think it's 10.
Yeah, I think so too.
So technically, we could bring 4 people with us.
And we'd have to bring people who are good at stalling. Paladins and clerics are easy. Particularly around here.
Okay, it doesn't say 10, but it's basically 9. It's you and each willing ally within 5 squares. Oh, within 5 squares of the codex. That's actually quite a lot of people.
Oh, we could take...
I still think going in with a small army is a bad idea.
I wasn't saying to go in with a small army anymore.
I was saying we just need enough people to cause a distraction while you disenchant.
Yeah. If we could find a few people, yes, that would assist us.
Have you made enough allies?
I mean, we have... We'd have to talk
Problem
to...
is, I don't know how many of our allies are strong enough to get through this without just dying immediately. That's what I worry about.
This is true. It would be a suicide mission for them. Especially if you split up. Once all 5 of those crystals are disenchanted.
What happens to the rift?
I am not certain, but I believe the rift itself will begin to disintegrate.
We'd have to ask Varian if there are any that are strong enough that he knows of.
Okay, how many codex pages do we have? We still have 4, yes?
Wait a minute. We're still trying to fight everything.
We're trying to stall while we disenchant things.
Exactly, we're trying to stall.
Mm-hmm.
What is in the rift aside from these rocks and this ball?
Bane's forces.
What if we got Bane's forces to go somewhere else?
You
What else?
mean in Pax's world instead of the rift?
Well, first of all, they're more likely to survive if there are many, many of them versus the forces of Bane. We would not be limited by numbers. And what if we convinced Bane that we wanted to sabotage the party?
Huh?
Sabotage the what?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Pax, your ex.
Yeah.
She is not known for going along smoothly with the Great Damit's plans. Correct?
I mean, she's a survivor, but she also does resist in her own way.
What would happen if she or someone close to David wanted to overthrow him?
She would probably know others who aren't actually loyal to Bane and they're just surviving like her.
What if someone convinced David that he was not the best member of the family to take over this world?
Are you...
Huh?
Pax is just tilting his head at Realtar right now. Eyes kind of narrowed thoughtfully.
Not saying that you should. I've already had my great idea of the day. I even told my diary. What I am saying is we all have the markings of a great plan of how to convince your stupid ass brother that you want to take his place. You're a widower. You want to find your old mentor, find the strongest people and send them on a suicide mission. Or this conveniently placed brother that you'd love to punch in the face and take everything that he has. If we got what's-her-nuts in on this, we might be able to split his forces.
So try to convince him to go after where I would possibly be. lying.
Well, it's
in
not
wait
like
to take
you're
care.
very subtle with your little magical shiny armor of, oh, look at me, I'm a paladin.
But that would mean that I would not be with you guys when you went to disenchant.
I know, but if we did it right, neither would half of their forces.
The problem is that if we're in the rift and we need to escape, there's no guarantee we'll escape back to Pax's world. But you kind of gave me an idea. A lot of...
Hey, you gotta pay for that.
I said kind of, not completely, thank you very much. It's a little different.
Here,
I'll give
have
you
a
a
cookie.
cookie later.
Here's a cookie now.
Good.
Okay,
Munch, munch, munch.
so it makes more sense for us to go in subtly. We go into the rift, we're dealing with the stones. But we need a distraction, we need something to get a majority of Bane's followers out from the rift and somewhere that they deem to be more important. What if your mentor must know a lot of people who are basically working towards taking on Bane's followers? You have your ex, who probably knows a lot of people on the inside who are just surviving like her. What if those two groups decided at the same time to conveniently attack the main city, where the largest Bane temple is, the symbol of their power? And not only are rebels and all of the followers of the other gods there, but some of Bane's own forces turning on them. That is going to get their attention. They are going to send a lot of their forces to take them on.
To stomp that out.
So while they're doing that and taking the attention away, we destroy the Bloodstones, we get the item. At that moment, the other gods will be able to return. If that revolt happens at the same time the gods return, that is going to be a symbol to people
that they're
that
not
Bane's
abandoned.
time is over. That will give the people who are fighting inspiration to keep going. They'll have divine backup for the first time in 5 years. And that'll be a sign to everyone else.
Yeah. Easy enough, even without Varian's knowledge. We do know at least one full group, even if not by first-hand knowledge, that will totally jump at the chance to strike at them.
Exactly. If
Centaurs.
everyone can be gathered up and attack at the same moment at the capital, Bane's eyes and his followers' eyes are going to go there. That gives us time to get in and start dealing with the Bloodstones. Not everyone is going to be gone from there, and once we start destroying them, they're going to notice. But by that point, they're in the capital fighting a battle of their own.
Yep.
Do they really want to come and fight us and abandon the capital?
Probably not. Even if it's the thing that makes sense in terms of protecting the artifact, it would lose severe face.
Exactly.
There is one entity in the rift who will be there and will not move.
Oh.
The one who started all this?
Bane himself.
Yeah.
To fight a god.
We are not fighting him, guys. We should avoid fighting him as long as possible, because once we destroy those Bloodstones and get that artifact, the other gods are going to kick his ass.
Yeah,
they're going to be pissed.
We'd have to get to it first, and if he's staying there, we've got to do something to at least...
Let me rephrase. We may have to fight him. We aren't going to focus on defeating him. Because he's a god.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll probably have to fight at some point. We have to go in with the mindset of the artifact is our goal.
Mm-hmm. And
the artifact is our fucking goal, guys.
This is a terrible thing, but if you think about it, worst case scenario, we may have to destroy it. I know it would, but it's the worst case scenario. If there's no other option.
if there's no other option, I'm willing to destroy that. But only if there's no other option.
Oh, like I said, last resort entirely.
Because if we destroy that, we better fucking find another way to seal that.
Yeah.
pod.
Mm-hmm. Well, anything else to plan? Any other ideas or any ways to refine said plan? And Pax is going to actually deliberately look around. The Dave is there, right? And the High
Yes.
Priest as well.
Mm-hmm.
The High Priest hasn't said anything.
Nope.
So
He's just
Pax
been
is going
watching
to,
you guys.
yeah, Pax is going to deliberately lock eyes with the High Priest and raise his eyebrows.
I have been talking to... I'm quickly looking up her name again, because I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Sirani for a while, and I have been selecting a group of paladins. We can add that force to the attack on the main city, on the capital.
But if they go there, doesn't that mean that they won't have access to the divine power that's backing
Have they
them
been
up?
training to deal with that?
They have, yes. They will not be as powerful, but they are still capable soldiers.
I mean, honestly, seeing paladins of
We have also
Pelor.
enchanted items to have divine magic in them that should work to power their spells at least for one battle.
Pax is going to
that'll
very
boost morale.
Pax is going to very deliberately kind of grasp the holy symbol that he has.
Yes, much like your holy symbol or the armor you wear, my paladins will have magical artifacts to help them.
Okay, so we'll need to go back to your world packs, partially to bring these paladins with us and to message all our allies and tell them the plan and tell them basically a time frame. And then once everyone agrees and is ready to go on the chosen time, we head into the rift. Yes?
There is a thing of timing here. We cannot communicate with you once you are inside the barrier. Sirani has a few pages of the codex that you are using yourselves. That is how we will get our forces in. But we will have to decide on a time and place for that to happen before you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to take them with you now, but I am pretty sure a platoon of paladins will slow you down.
And will be very noticeable.
Yes. The closer we can put our forces, the more of a surprise element they will be.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leilani bought some maps when she first got to this world because it's Leilani.
Yep.
Any chance one of those would have information on the capital?
I think you bought mostly Overland.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just...
I mean, this is... yeah. Thank you. Because if we know the location around the capital, we can basically decide that location for them to show up. We still need to work on timing, but if we know location, that's one part of it. Timing-wise, how long do you think it would take all of our allies to get to the capital without getting noticed? Until we're ready to go.
That, I mean, dependent on where they all are.
Wait a minute. Where are all the teleport circles in this world?
Most are under control of Bane's followers now, but there's
No,
probably
I
one in
want
the capital.
her to answer.
The ones you know of are mostly in the magical continent.
Yes, mostly.
I believe there was one in Fia. Yes, there's one in Fia. You definitely know that the Imperial capital has at least a couple.
Yes. And who knows what they look like and can make a copy of them.
Would Pax's ex know?
I thought the diva would know.
I mean, that's fair.
No, she
That's
does
what I
not.
was asking.
She knows the one. She's seen the one at the magical continent, but she's been busy with other stuff. She doesn't really care much about what's happening on Balantor, so she hasn't really been worried about that.
Hey, what about Cookie Mama? The one on the magical
Nyan?
continent. Yep.
Nyan would know more of them. Yes. She's probably familiar with the one in Fia. She's probably aware of the one in the Imperial capital as well.
But who knows what the Imperial capital one looks like?
I mean, she would, but they'd have it under magical lock and key, so to speak. And I'm not going to go any further into that because Pax doesn't know shit about magic.
And your other option is basically asking those people you've helped what they know.
I mean, that's true. And, hey, don't we have people who are in contact with the centaurs as well?
You do, yes.
Betcha they'd have at least one.
The issue is, if we go there to contact them, we can't contact here to give them a location and time.
We could just aim to appear outside the Imperial capital.
It's true. Then all we'd have to worry about is getting the rest of the forces there. And the time it would
timing.
take them.
Timing is the important part.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we show up too early, we will be slaughtered. If we show up too late, we will be no use.
How many fit on a ship?
Depends on the size of a ship.
How big is our ship?
Not big.
Not that big.
Not the skiff. I think, Pi, are you
We
asking
sold
about
the other
other
ship.
The big one!
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
That one.
That one,
Would take a while.
probably
The Imperial
50.
capital's long.
I think 50, max 100 if you packed it.
It's also a very long way away. Probably take at least a week or more.
Yes, but if they're marching, wouldn't that take a while too?
Oh, that'd take even longer.
a month.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's assuming that some of the people that Varian had wouldn't be operating inside or around the capital anyway.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention if you march an army across the continent, it's kind of noticeable.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
I mean, I will point out something. For Iron March, it would only take less than 3 days by airship to get to the capital.
But then you'd only have a force of max 100.
Yeah.
Yeah,
plus
we're gonna
the 100 we can send.
We're gonna need more than that.
I'm actually
Again,
not sure it's 100, but
again,
yes, it is 100.
we need to have at least somebody get in contact with people prior to this. Somebody who can come back and then refer to us.
Is getting back and forth is kind of difficult right now.
It really is, but if we spare enough to send...
If you send one person back here to tell us, that person could go with the attack force.
That's
but
true.
that person would be then...
With the attack force.
With the attack force.
I mean, to be fair, if we needed to, we could use one of our allies. We could even use Barian or one of his trusteds to send back. It doesn't have to be us particularly. And if that's the case, we could send a small group instead of just one, couldn't we? And then they could arrive as well with the forces.
Hang on a second. So, I'm going to point out, between getting back to your world, sending someone back with a message, getting into the rift, and possibly getting out of the rift, that'll use all 4 of our codex pages. I'm just pointing that out right now so no one suggests anything else for the pages once we settle on a plan.
Yeah, we'd have to be very, very cautious with them. I mean, if this is likely not something that would be easy or even anywhere near possible, but there is always the very, very off chance that we could go back to where we got the codex pages from and see if they would allow us to have more for this.
I don't think that's a good idea.
'Cause
if we fail in the rift, that means more pages that Bane and his followers would have. I honestly think this is the best plan in terms of keeping our amount of pages minimal, considering there is a chance we die in this.
There's always a chance we die in this.
Yes, but I think having
I'm already dead.
I think having an item as powerful as the pages with us is risky. So the fewer we have, the better. Once we go into the rift, we'll only have 1. That means they'd only have 1 codex page with them if we die. That's the best we can do. Having more just honestly makes it far more dangerous. But okay.
I wasn't even talking about having more for us. I was talking about having more so we could migrate our forces. Give the forces that we migrate 1 page to get to the capital. That way, no matter where they are, they can get there. And they can get there quickly, unexpectedly. See where I'm going with this?
Yes. Still concerning.
Concerning, but I'm not saying that we have 4 or 5 pages ourselves with us. I'm saying we give each of our little groups that we're planning to use to strike the capital 1 page, so that even in the span of a day, they can be there. Just a thought.
Apparently there are 2 iron marches now.
What? Karu, why'd you put that iron march up there?
I think I know what she's doing.
It's marching.
Fuck! What the fuck? Is that the point that
It's
you're
what
going?
the shards group is, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
You are all so fucked.
I mean, I expected this. I'm actually also expecting us to play the shards group.
I just want to remind you all, do you remember what I played in Shards?
I remember what you
Chaos
played in Shards.
Sorcerer.
Yes.
Y'all fucked.
No, they all fucked.
They all fucked.
We know better than to stay in range to be collateral damage.
I mean, getting more codex pages to quickly move forces, it could work.
I will say we would have to figure out how many.
As someone who already grabbed a couple more of those pages, I will warn you, you will have to fight to get them again.
And?
Are they more powerful the second time you fought them?
Yes.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, it's
Good.
not surprising.
I was just
To be
making
honest,
sure.
we're also more powerful than the last time we were there.
Where?
And the last time
Exactly.
they fought, it was against me, so I'm sure they've become even more powerful now.
Great.
Well, you're really confident.
She's an immortal grandma.
Grandma, do you make cookies?
No.
You just get them from the end, don't you?
They are pretty good.
Okay, I have a question for you. Do you know of any magical circles on the continent Pax is from that are safe to teleport to? Because if we go to the magic continent to go get the pages, we're gonna need a way to actually get back.
And we're not gonna waste a codex page for that.
Yeah.
Why not?
No. I'd rather not.
Oh my god.
I do not. However, and the paladin speaks up now, and he goes, you could use the one in Pelor's main temple. However, I do not think it is safe to do so.
Oh.
I wonder why. Where is it?
Inside the Imperial capital, and
Yeah, that's what I
probably
thought.
converted to the main temple of Bane.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wait, you know the magic circle to get into basically the heart of Bane's followers.
I fucking called it!
Yes?
If we get that circle to our allies, they can use
could
that to
get
basically
there.
appear right there. No one's going to expect it. Would they be in for a fight immediately? Yes, but
Oh,
they would be
yeah.
catching them by surprise. And not to mention, if we plan it at the exact same time your forces appear on the outside of the capital, they're going to have to split up there.
Mm-hmm. Tactically, it's sound.
They're not going to expect an attack from
The
inside,
pincer up the ass.
and they're not going to expect an attack of Pelor followers at the same damn moment.
This is true.
And if you're worried about, the safety of the circle afterwards, like, the circle can be altered once this happens if you don't want that many people knowing about it. But as long as one trusted ally in each of these groups can do that ritual, and honestly, a lot of magic users do learn to be able to use Arcane Gate that way, they'd be able to basically plan it out and appear there. We just need to have a time. And then any that are closer to the capital can basically join your forces on the outside to help attack the walls. It's the ones who are farther away that we could use the magic circle for.
I can give you access to the magic circle. Whether it's a good idea, I will leave in your hands.
It's a great and terrible idea. There are high risks involved, but at this point, if we don't play for keeps, why bother playing?
It'll catch them by surprise is the thing. They're not going to expect people to show up immediately like that.
Now, the question is, when we do start this whole thing off, Pelor's forces arrive first, then people arrive inside so that when Pelor's forces draw them, they have other people to get them from behind. That would be my recommendation.
Start it looking like a normal attack from the outside.
And then have people come inside and go, whoops.
Are you able to find and communicate with the renegade forces of Bane?
There's
one person he can contact.
And she's damn near up there. She also has a reason that she would turn.
It's his baby mama.
I'm gonna punch Realtar.
Fucking worth it.
Delia arches an eyebrow.
So once we have a proper time figured out, we can send someone back to give you the time frame as well.
Very well.
You guys think that's a plan? We head back to the continent Pax is from. We contact all our allies, coordinate times. We're able to communicate with each of them, and they'll have at least one caster with them who can use the magic circle. Make sure that they know it. We can plan perfect time. Once we have timing figured out, we can use one of the pages she has. Well, no, one of ours, honestly, to send someone back here, give the news of times, and then we coordinate everything. Once the attack starts at the capital, we go into the rift. Yes?
Are you taking the shiny beacon with you?
Stare.
I mean, Pax has a point. If we're gonna plan this and get timings right, you can't be wearing that.
I know that.
It
Not
would be a
at this
good
point.
rally point for the attack on the Imperial capital.
And a very good visible point.
I'm going to be in the rift.
Are you?
As is this armor.
Well,
But
just be
won't
aware
it-
that if you do show up in that armor, you will have no opportunity for stealth in the rift.
That is actually true. Bane will notice it, Pax.
And didn't we want everyone
One.
on the ground floor to be all morale happy and stuff?
Hold
Pax,
on.
how would
Hold.
you
One thing I was told was that I can control this eventually if I practice it.
Do we have time for that? Not to mention,
Well-
Pax, you have trouble controlling your glow when you get emotional.
I've gotten better. And to
He
be
has.
fair,
Pax,
Well, how much time would he have to practice? Let's say it's, for the sake of counting, 2 days. If we gave him 1 day to practice and see where he got and see if he makes any improvements. Or we could, find somebody that looks like him, slap the armor on, and send it down.
honestly, I wanted to ask Pax, how much do you trust your mentor?
He doesn't look like Pax at all.
I don't think looking like Pax is the important thing, but having the armor there will boost morale. And your mentor is highly trusted and looked upon.
he is.
And wants to help.
He
Yeah.
is.
I mean, there's still the issue of the moment you start donning that armor, it's going to be noticeable, but
Hmm.
I'm not texting an hour to do.
Hey, Karu.
Hmm.
Is there a way to add an enchantment to an armor like this?
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh. That's actually a good idea, guy.
Guy, depending on who you're talking about, you're gonna get punched harder than I am.
Oh, God.
Guy, that's actually
just-
a good idea.
Wait, which one was he talking about?
The
I know
X.
which one he was talking about, but Pax is gonna have to make an insight check to see if he realizes. And if he scores
Oh my god, that would
Out
be
of character, I don't know
Oh.
which one you're talking about.
the X.
the X,
That is
Okay.
the
perfect.
baby mama, the
That would be- Perfect.
the problem with that is getting it to her. Besides, we want it to have them rising up from the inside, correct? We want it to have them turning.
A high up in the Bane army show up in cord armor, still enchanted, still divine, and calling on everyone who basically was just surviving. It would be a rallying point.
I mean, it would require us to sneak into the Imperial capital or wherever she is to get her the equipment.
Unless she could sneak out. But then we'd have to have something that could contain the armor without leakage.
Like a bag of holding.
Like a bag of holding. Even one enchanted by a god. Stares at Guy. If I'm gonna have to give something up, you are too.
Oh, Pax, calm down. You know that armor wasn't going to leave this world anyways. Right? It's an important artifact of your world. It's not like you were going to leave with it.
Pax says absolutely nothing. He was totally going to leave with that armor.
Pax, you are awful.
No,
and I'm going to be telling your mentor that.
Oh, Barian would already know.
Yes, but I'm going to confirm
Wait,
it.
whoa. Didn't we already steal a relic that now that they can't make kings in the Dwarven Kingdom on the other world?
Yeah.
Are we just trying to pass along relics?
Yup, we are.
Thanks,
That's right.
Pax. You're fantastic. We're not doing that. You're not leaving
even the
this
rogue.
world. We're not leaving this world with that armor.
I love how the paladin of the whole group, the paladin is the one stealing important cultural artifacts.
It wasn't stealing, it was recovering. And besides the point that hammer, when he had it, that was enchanted by Cord. Thank you very much. So, I guess we're not leaving with that crown either, are we?
I mean, that's up to Karuk. He's sentient. And honestly, he's been excited to go to other worlds and spread his knowledge.
Too bad.
I mean, she does have a point. It is sentient. It has its own free will.
Do you want to come with us, Capey?
Capey bobs up and down.
Sentient items are a little different, Pax.
Kurt's like, hey, I want to go see other worlds, especially Leilani's. And hey, I can always ask her to bring me back later.
I mean, that is true. If Karuk ever wants to come back to this world, I'm more than willing to bring him back.
Yeah.
How would you do it, though?
Are we going before break?
Yeah, honestly.
As soon as we finish this conversation, I guess.
Well,
Sirani actually looks at Leilani and says, well, you could learn to be a traveler.
Wait, what?
The ability to choose where to go. It's something you'll need to be able to go to your world.
Okay, we're gonna bookmark this and go back to this later. We have enough things to focus on, and I really hate that you suggested that because that sounds really interesting. But at the same time, I'm mad at you, and at the same time, we have so many other things to do right now. How dare you?
Fix this problem, then go on to the next bit of lore.
She's always this angry, isn't she?
Oh, yes.
Pardon?
Wait until you see her around books.
How about burning books?
Did you say that in character with any character?
Guy was just whispering that.
Pax is taking out,
Leilani turns and glares at Guy and looks pissed and is like, do not even mention that.
Right, see? I told you. She's more scary when there's books that are in danger.
Or what?
Pax is going to make a note.
Oh my god, that was the perfect nat 20 perception.
It was.
We're like, fuck, bye.
Oh, no. Pax isn't running away. Pax is very carefully making a note in the book that he's been reading.
Very carefully or
Stealthily.
Writing in a book.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey, that's the
writing in a
book he's been writing on for the entire time.
Yeah, I'm
That
pretty
was,
sure
I believe,
Leilani
the Art of
already
War.
Yelled at him.
She already yelled at him for it, but it's his book.
Multiple times.
It's his book.
So,
Leilani, you're my focused right now. Anyways,
Not yours. Don't care.
yeah, she's still screaming in my head. But yes, we'll deal with that traveler thing later, because that sounds complicated and interesting, and at the same time, we have too many things. Okay, so focus on what we have right now. What do we have right now?
She just lets the gold and silver amulet dangle.
Oh, that's just mean.
Put that away, or I will make you put that away. We don't have time right now. Anyways, Pax, honestly, I think your axe is the best choice for that armor. Once Guy pointed it out, it made sense. Yes, we would still need a way to transport it to her, and bag of holding is easy enough to make. Or buy, but honestly, make probably.
wait, we could have been making bombs this entire time.
It takes quite a bit of money, but it's something that Leilani could in fact enchant.
Oh my god, we can make bombs!
No.
Veritas, she could make bombs too.
Yeah, but Veritas is dead. Why don't we...
Yeah, what did happen to your friend? She looks a bit paler than normal.
I died.
Yeah, the minute that she says that, Pax is going to just, like, narrow his eyes fiercely. He does not want to elaborate on that, especially not to her.
She just kind of scritches Sephora, who's sitting on her shoulder under her chin. And I died. Raven Queen brought me back. No big deal.
Anyways, let's not deal with that conversation right now either, please. And,
Dahlia.
Leilani is going to look at the head priest and be like, okay, so
Why are
I will need the magic circle information. Also, what is a location here that is what should be said to the messenger in terms of location? Because they're going to have to be very specific to end up here.
Good point.
I would appreciate if you write down precisely what they should say to come to this very location.
Alright, I can do that. Should be relatively easy.
I figured, but you know this place best, and you can basically have someone keep an eye on that location, and when the messenger shows up, they'll have the info that you need still.
And don't shoot them.
I'm just imagining the wording being like showing up basically at the main altar and they show up in the middle of a ceremony.
Cannon.
Yeah, that's
Done.
totally gonna happen now. Too late, Karu.
Poor messenger. It's like, hi.
I am so sorry.
I am so not.
No, we'll just tell him to wear a tux.
So once Leilani gets that circle, that's everything she needs here.
Okay, and what are you doing after you get the circle?
Does
Going on
anyone
break.
else have things that need to be done? If not,
Where?
I'm assuming we'll be going back to Pax's world.
Where?
I would, honestly either suggest, the location that Barian was hidden in, or the Dwarven capital that we've already made allies with.
I believe... Wait, Barian did not go with you to Garenhold, or did he? Didn't he show up with the reinforcements at Garenhold?
He did.
Did he?
Yeah. So he's at Garenhold, unless he's helping, still
So
helping the tieflings.
So it would either be Garenhold we go to, or the Dwarven city, because both of those have strong groups of allies. I would honestly suggest the Garenhold, just because I do have the teleportation circle to the Dwarven capital, so we'd be able to teleport there without issue.
Okay.
So Garenhold, does everyone agree with that?
Well, are we going to need to get those codex pages first? Because
Why would we need them now if we're gonna use the magic circle in the capital?
That, and we know the magic circle in the magic continent for the same reason that we know the one in the Dwarven continent.
Yep.
Yeah. So we should pick a location that doesn't have a magic circle that I can teleport easily to. And Garenhold is probably gathering more allies as well.
That is where you basically told the others to gather.
Yeah. So I think the best bet would be to go to Garenhold, and then we can... I mean, I will also point out, we have allies in the Magic Continent who might be willing to assist in this combat. They want their gods back too.
Many of the academies outside of the Eldrin.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about the Eldred. Fuck those guys.
Sword Mage Academy, definitely. Warlock Academy, if only to spite the Eldrin.
Yeah, like we have some allies we can speak to there, but Garenhold's the best bet to go to first.
All right. Okay, so preparations are made to get you the scroll with the circle image. And anything else you need to prep before going back to Garenhold. And we'll go on break.
Be right back, guys.
And we're back.
Ta-da!
Yay!
Woo.
So, you guys have
Ooh.
left the offices. You basically have free reign of the temple. It's a very lovely place when it's not being attacked by...
Tut tut.
and
Hallucinations.
hallucinations. Leilani, you have gone to learn the circle.
Yep.
And the rest of you basically can either... I mean, there's gardens outside, or you can go back to your room. It's up to you.
Well, I think that Pax is going to march off for a bit. He looks a bit undecided in general. And kind of pensive.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
Oh, he's gonna go train some more. You're good with a sword, yes?
Who?
Who? You got...
Leilani?
Leilani's busy.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
busy.
Leilani is having to memorize the Imperial Capital Circle right now.
She looks at Roltar instead and is like,
Realtor's actually gonna go find. This is gonna be really weird. Going to go find someone and see if he can get really cheap, broken magical items. So he can practice disintegrating them.
Oh, you want to make residuum?
No, he wants to know how to make residuum
Okay.
because he is
Okay.
trained in Arcana
Mm-hmm.
and can disenchant the Bloodstones.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, Dalia, looks like you're gonna have to look for some random people.
Like a high
Mhm.
priest.
High Priest is probably gonna say no, but
Nah.
I'm sure there's plenty of other paladins out there who are willing to clash swords with you.
sure.
Guy is gonna follow Pax.
Hmm.
Leilani's busy. Pax seemed weird.
Huh?
Baby brother senses are tingling.
Oh dear.
Tingle, tingle, tingle.
Tingle, tingle.
Apparently.
So he's gonna follow Pax, and when they're alone, he's gonna turn to Pax and go, "What's on your mind?"
Well, I'm kind of torn. This is my world, and I want it to not, be turned to dust. But I'm a little bit concerned about the groups attacking the capital. That's just as important as the rift itself. We have to turn as much attention to the capital as we can.
Yeah? You think they're not enough?
No, but my son is also in the capital.
Yeah?
It's
Are you worried he might get killed in the skirmish?
maybe, or maybe that his mother might.
Hmm.
It's already happened once.
Well, if she puts on the
somebody-
armor, they're gonna be gunning for her.
Yeah, I know. And that is a huge concern. I mean,
Especially your brother.
that fucker. I know. And I don't want to potentially make my own child an orphan. If he's already used to me not being there. So if it winds up that I'm overtaken, won't be that big of a deal. But his mother's the only person he's ever known.
Well, and the person
Well-
he thinks is his father.
Ugh. I'd rather he is eventually told that that little piece of shit isn't his dad. And to do that, we'd have to make sure that the one who would take the most satisfaction in telling him is alive. Aside from me, of course.
Yeah. Do you think Aldria can kill your brother?
She's strong, but he wouldn't fight fair. And as much as she's a survivor, I almost want to say that he would use their kid against her as well. If he thinks that he's still their kid, he wouldn't be able to use him against me.
Do you really think he doesn't know?
He's not all that bright. And even if he does, Again, I haven't been around for 5 years.
That's true. But what if he does use that kid against you?
Then I'll deal with it as it comes.
Hmm.
Who knows, if he focuses too much on me, somebody else might be able to take advantage of that too.
Are you suggesting to go to the Imperial capital and not with us?
That's what's got me a little bit unsure. Besides, I'm used to fighting without the full divine behind me.
That's true.
I know it, and I know how to reach into it further. Even with magical items, they're still going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. And most of them didn't take up other ways like I had to. They need support.
I mean,
But
I suppose it
so
would
do
be.
you guys.
I suppose it would be easier to sneak around without you. No offense.
Glare.
He's
Cuffed
not
him upside
wrong.
the head.
You know it's true.
Yeah, but who else can take a hit for you? How many times, if they weren't focused on me, would you have gone down? Would Leilani? Would any of you guys?
Well, then we just have to find someone to go with us. We have lots of allies in Garenhold, right? Surely someone can go with us and be our shield.
Like a warforged.
You are so lucky you are not there, Realtar. Otherwise, you would totally get smacked.
Just replace Pax with a Warforged, it's fine.
No. Even still, Pax is going to give Guy a bit of a stink eye. This is why I'm torn. Because they need me, but you need me.
Yeah, I get it. This is your world, though.
It is.
That's gonna be a pretty big fight.
Twitch.
And you do look like your fights.
Twitch.
I mean, on the other hand,
Yeah.
you'll be fighting a god.
Growl.
It's
You're
too
not
bad you don't
convincing
have...
me one way or another.
It's too bad
Too
you don't
bad
have
I
a twin.
Pax is just gonna mutter something under his breath. I'd like to see guys try and hear what he muttered. Actually, he's probably not gonna mutter it low enough that Guy couldn't hear. He is totally lying through his teeth, by the way.
I haven't opened Guy's sheet this session.
That's what I was hoping for. Let me just also make one more. See if he can see through it. That was a pretty shit roll. I will laugh if he fails this.
Anyways, look, I'm sure we can find someone to go with us. And, I mean, they did have a point. The armor itself, and even you, I mean, even without the armor, you're kind of, well,
Noticeable.
shiny. You're blessed by like 3,000 gods.
Pax is gonna flick his nose. 2, thank you.
Isn't it 3? Didn't Warden also like give you a thumbs up at least?
Well, kind of.
There,
But that's
see?
not... Grumble, grumble.
And like, if we go near a god, he can probably just sense you because you're so gleaming good.
Ugh. Man, that was a terrible way to put it. and Pax is gonna have... Oh my god. My nose is wrinkled now because of my reaction to that. And that's exactly Pax's reaction to that. Like, he's giving him this look of disgust.
A shining example for everyone to not follow. I mean, it's scary thinking going up against a god without you. But if you think you're needed more in the Imperial capital, then I understand.
The old me wouldn't even think twice about it. I would have gone after Bane every time, but...
Yeah. But now Vary's gone.
Flinch. Yeah.
And I thought I didn't have tact whatsoever.
You don't. Guy just had less in that moment.
Poor guy's manipulating him.
You are so lucky that Pax doesn't realize this, and that I'm not even gonna make him make an insight check to realize this. Well, we still have a bit of time before we leave. I'll make my decision before then. I am going to want to take a look at the forces that are going to be going before we go. See how trained they are, see how prepared they are.
I think they were
Maybe.
going to spar with Delia, so if you wanted to check in on them.
Pax is just going to kind of start to smile a little wickedly. Yeah, I think I might.
Did you
And then
fight
he's
some
gonna-
of them earlier?
Oh. Those ones? Well, shit.
Aren't they supposed to be the elites?
I guess. I mean, they were good, but they haven't saved a world before.
Yeah, well, not everyone has that on their...
Resume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, come on. You're coming too.
What?
No complaints.
Fine.
Good. Now let's go.
You
Then-
go find Delia.
Mm-hmm.
Delia by now's probably gone through like 5 of them.
Probably.
Yeah, Pax is gonna kind of grimace every time he watches one of them get hit by her.
It's
But that-
so fast that it's
Oh, Pax can tell, but that's only because he's as high a level as he is.
tiny woman is wielding heavy blades this quickly is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guy from the sidelines is like, well, to be fair, Bane's forces aren't that good either. Then again, I suppose we haven't gone against their elites either.
I mean, we went against my brother, but he's kind of a village idiot.
I mean, as the village idiot, he did pretty well.
Yeah, only because he had a freaking flaming horse at his beck and call.
That's true. You did look kind of scared, though. You kept screaming the same thing at him over and over again.
Yeah, well. You're not wrong.
Also, I am going to just quote Garm here, who is watching. He dropped a fucking airship onto a town, you son of a bitch. Also added with a comment of course I unmute at that moment.
Yeah, overcompensating much? Anyway. Yeah, the more Pax watches this, the more he's like, oh god. Welp.
I'm sure he does more than watch.
Oh, he probably will go in and like start sparring if only
Points
to
her sword
correct.
at him.
Not you yet.
No, please have them spar. Holy shit.
Are you chicken?
No, but these ones
Coward.
have to have their form. Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Fight.
And
fight,
as she says this, Pax will glow a
Coward.
bit.
She gives you a smile.
Guy's like,
narrows
well,
his
I
eyes and
mean,
glows a bit brighter.
if you make it a demonstration, maybe they'll learn something from that.
Yeah. Don't fuck with us. He's gonna heft his Warhammer. Fine. A few rounds.
Oh,
No
this is gonna be
healing.
less than a few rounds. No healing.
That's the. But Pax is just gonna kind of smirk and be like, "Wouldn't be real combat, but fine." And then he's just gonna kind of square off against her.
All right.
Good boy.
Bitch.
I don't think you really need a combat square.
Yeah, not really.
Pax isn't gonna run away.
So, just roll initiative to see who goes first.
Okay. It's probably not gonna be Pax.
Don't you have to drag out a tiny-ass token?
That's true.
We're just checking it because then it's back and forth, so you don't really need the turn order. Just roll an initiative check to
Right.
see who goes first.
You attempted to use a command while looking for a value for a
That's
selected token.
plus 12.
I thought the initiative was also on the list of skills.
Nope.
No,
It is.
isn't.
I thought.
It isn't. I thought so
Oh,
too.
well.
Oh, that's Saga Edition.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
That's plus 10, so I guess Pax goes first.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Pax, you go first.
Yep. Cool. Since I guess they're not quite in melee. Well, they probably are. But let me see what I can get. Shit, I wasn't expecting combat today.
Me neither.
You were the one who brought this up.
I'm going to point out, at this point, I think most of the parties fought each other.
Yes.
Yeah, at one point or another. He's going to start off with a sign of vulnerability. This is versus
Alright.
fortitude.
There.
Alright. Should I just roll 1d20 plus 20 on here? Since it's 1v1.
Sure.
Okay. Since I have it programmed. 27 versus fortitude.
I think that hits.
Okay. Cool. And that will do.
Maybe interrupt.
I would like to say, first of all, it's a range, so he's not in melee yet. If you have an immediate interrupt that does that, then that's fine.
You're right.
Cool. 3d8. Plus, I believe it's
Am
9.
What are you hitting your ranged with?
Sign of vulnerability.
Yep. 3d8 plus charisma modifier, radiant damage, and vulnerability 5 to radiant until the end of the encounter. course, it doesn't actually have. Ah, there it is. +9. Weak. 13 damage.
Oh, I'm not at max. Hang on.
Yeah, I know. So let me. Oh, yeah. And then as a minor action, I'm just going to bless my weapon. And kind of raise my eyebrows.
Not bad. Not bad for a coward.
Now that we're in combat, Pax isn't going to let her rally him. He's just kind of like smiling at her.
Alright, Delia, your turn.
All right. Just looking at something.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been so long since I freaking played her.
A month at least.
Oh, for my move, I'm going to use this. Where is my...
What is your dex mod?
5.
Oh,
Which is enough.
So you have a -2 penalty to an attack. You get combat advantage to me.
Until the start of your next turn.
Mm-hmm. But if I hit you,
Yeah, it does.
then I get to hit you again.
Okay. Nope, does not.
So it ends there.
So I take 9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
P.S. Because of sign of vulnerability, I believe it negates at least one of the -2.
Oh, that I didn't mean to roll that. Why? I didn't push roll. Why did it roll that?
I don't know.
And minor action, Hunter's Quarry.
Which you really need to remember to do beforehand. Alright,
Warlock's Curse.
Pax.
Yep. Alright. Pax is going to use Compel Obedience. So it's Charisma versus Will. Since you gave me a -1 and Blessed Weapon gives me a +1. 30
Oof.
versus Will.
Oh, versus Will. That's... Yeah, that hits.
Cool. Alright. So it is 3 weapon plus commod plus 1d6. So 10 plus 9 plus 1d6. 30 damage.
Yeah.
And then I get to shift. Whoops. Stop that. Roll 20. I get to shift around. Hey, what? Roll 20's not letting me.
Why are you...
Because roll 20 is actually making the whole thing move and not just me. It's making the whole map move for me. So I'm just going to shift. Hold on. There, and I'm pulling you right next to me. So over
Okay.
here. And it's not even letting me turn. Roll 20, stop being an asshole. Hold on. Refresh.
Karu, did you give him permission on the entire map?
No,
I hope not.
He's doing it with the right click.
No, I'm not.
If you right click the map,
I did not. And it's not... Why did it put me on that? Okay, there. I did not right click. I left clicked.
You sure
And
you
now
don't
it's
have
not.
the right click like stuck or something?
I did not.
Because that's how you move the map.
I did not. But that's me.
Alright, Delia, your turn.
Good job. What am I gonna do? I'm going to... I really should have looked over my shit first. I'm going to Wind Strike. What do you mean choose a second target?
First one, nope. Second one, yup.
And you take an extra d6. Actually, I should have advantage on that, so that still wouldn't hit you.
It still wouldn't hit me. But I already took that into. If it was anything under a 32, it wouldn't have hit me.
Hunters.
42. How did? 4th edition is scary with its numbers.
So 19.
Yes.
Anything else? Are you good?
Just a second. I'm going to use this on. Oh wait, never mind. That's not. That's not what I thought it was. Fuck, that wasn't it. All right, go on.
Okay. I'm going to use Righteous Smite against you. So.
Go for it.
D20 plus 1. Oh shit! You should be taking extra damage because you're vulnerable to radiant. You should be taking an additional 5. You should have taken an additional 5 damage from that last attack.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot. I haven't used that combo for a while. That's not gonna hit you, no matter what it was.
No.
That's fine. And then I am going to. Nah. And we did say that the effect doesn't happen if it doesn't hit, right, Karu? For Righteous Smite? Because it's you and each ally within 5 squares gain temporary hit points, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure it doesn't unless it hits.
No, I believe that does work.
Oh, okay. Cool. And I get 10 hit points.
Does she get 10 hit points too?
No, she's not considered an ally right now. Nice try. Otherwise, I wouldn't have used it.
I thought it said no healing.
That's not healing, dear.
That's debatable. I'm done.
For now.
All right.
Oh, yes.
38. And you take a... I think you... Penalty to your AC is the same as my wisdom modifier, I believe.
2 plus. Yeah. Oh, wait, it's only 1. You have to do 1 more attack. See if that other one...
Yeah, that's the first attack. Attack him again.
You have to do 1 more.
Yeah.
That one also hits.
So you take 2 plus your wisdom modifier to penalty to AC.
Uh-huh.
So that is 3.
And that is 37 minus 8. So that would be 29 damage to me, because of 10 hit points.
Oh, alright. And my hunter's mark.
Whatever.
Found farther than, like, any of my other characters have ever got any of your characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, you guys are both, like, pretty even in terms of damage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Except I don't go down, I get plus a 0.
I do hope you realize that we're not going until we get knocked out.
I don't get knocked out when I go to 0.
Again, we're not going until we get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to, unless you have anything else to do.
It's all
Okay.
yours.
Alrighty. Then, oh man, Pax has some dailies to do. He's going to use Knight's Defiance. He's going to take his Warhammer and kind of pound it against his shield.
Okay.
Roll. Plus 21. 32
hits.
versus AC, and he also is going to activate the daily on his weapon. So it does.
He really wants to defeat Dalia, doesn't he?
Yup. Totally does. So it's a.
I'm going to immediately interrupt him in a minute, by the way.
Bitch. Roll.
Cool.
Plus 9 plus. I'm just going to add the vulnerability into the damage roll. Not like it's probably going to matter in a minute, but you know. Plus. And this is twice the damage roll, so plus 11. So 44 damage to you if your immediate interrupt doesn't actually go off.
Nope, I'm still up.
Oh no, I meant if it doesn't go off on you. Because you said you had an immediate interrupt, not an immediate
Nope, I'm
reaction.
going. It's going. Nope, immediate interrupt. Versus reflex.
Oh, that does hit.
I get 2 of those. 25 hit your reflex.
No, it does not. So the one hit still doesn't. My reflex is 28, dear.
Anybody that does not have someone adjacent to them. So does 27 hit you?
Nope.
Okay.
Does not. So the first one hits, so I take 11 damage. But the second one does not.
If it's an interrupt, that means Dalia doesn't take damage, doesn't she?
It's. Is it an. It doesn't say interrupt, it says. Actually, it doesn't say anything.
It's immediate interrupt.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, if it's an immediate interrupt, that means you stop him from. You stop his attack from landing. So that means.
You might want to check that to see if it's interrupt or reaction.
It's interrupt. Let me double check though.
You are a hunter ranger, right? Or are you just...
Well, it's like an 11th level move, so it should be pretty fucking powerful. Or is it 10th?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if it's an interrupt.
If it's an interrupt, then it interrupts anything. And is it a daily or an encounter?
I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as it's an interrupt, it means you as long as you hit, it interrupts the attack. Therefore, you do not take damage from that attack.
Because I can see it. Yeah. Alrighty then. Then if it doesn't take damage, it doesn't take damage.
This is really... What the hell? Where is it on my sheet? Not my sheet, my thingy. Oh, I think this is my... Oh, this is my fucking Blade Dancer thing. Rogue list. You get immediate interrupt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So
you don't take it.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you had already taken out the damage or not, but...
I did, but...
Yeah, so heal yourself back up for that amount.
Nice. That is good to know.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of interrupts.
Mm-hmm.
And keeping the interrupts for powerful attacks.
Nice. And now, anything else, Pax?
That was it.
Alright.
I presume we're not having any action points or anything in this, so I'm not even going to try.
No, don't action point.
That's what I figured.
I'm gonna try to hit you with this.
Nope. And
I'm
that's
rolling
bow or
really shit
crossbow.
now. Oh wait, that should have been
Bow or
higher then.
crossbow. But no, it's you must be wielding a
Nope.
bow or a crossbow.
Oh, I'm not willing that right now.
That's
then. Right. It's called Thousand Arrows.
I'm like,
I hate that. Alright, then I'll use this.
why did you do 2? Because the first one
Yes.
didn't hit.
So pouncing the
Does it only? You can shift. Okay. It has to be a different attack. One creature other than the primary target.
You're right. I really need to use her in combat more.
Yeah, the sucky thing with Pax right now is that most of his stuff is most useful.
Well, I
in a
didn't
group.
hit you.
You're gonna hit me?
I didn't hit you.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Anything else?
Nope.
Guy actually has stuff like that it's like only useful against multiple opponents.
Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. I am going to use Divine Strength to give my next attack an additional damage boost equal to my Charisma modifier, I believe. And then I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do. I mean, most of the rest of my stuff is stuff I'm not going to use the healing from because I said I wasn't going to heal. So can I trade my movement action for another minor? Since that's what we've been doing.
It's 4th edition, so you can have 2 minors instead of a move.
Cool. All right. I'm going to Divine Challenge you then. And then I'm just going to Holy Strike you.
Okay.
Because the rest of my stuff, almost all of it, is healing. 1d20 is 21. 33.
Definitely hits. That fucking hits everything.
10 plus 6 plus 9 plus 5 plus another 6. 35.
Damage?
Yep.
Not bad, boy.
Isn't it? Your go.
Alright. 34 probably does not hit you.
What? 34 hits.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
That's 16 damage, plus you take 2 extra damage whenever it is hit. You are hit.
Okay.
Hang on.
You get to use it twice?
Make this attack twice. Once with your main hand, once with your offhand.
Okay, that hits as well. You were
Alright.
so lucky that he's not using any heals. Otherwise, this would be much more difficult for you.
Let's see how far I can make this.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. This is probably not the best idea, but I'm going to cast...
Did you have a spell that you can cast as a minor action?
Yep.
You're teleporting outside of that? Now who's the coward?
Smiles at you.
Well, she's not actually smiling at you anymore. She just disappeared. I'd say that's that
That's running away.
Running away, yeah.
That's running away.
I think that
is a
disqualifies you.
tactical retreat.
But nope. You run away, that's the end of the spar, and you admit defeat. Pax will call that out. Guessed you were too scared to finish things.
That a rule.
Nah. In sparring, if you leave the courtyard, you're done.
She hasn't left the courtyard.
Yeah, she has. The courtyard is right where they are. She literally teleported into a building.
Oh, so we're actually Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Like this, I was under the presumption that this area here was the courtyard.
The sparring ground, yeah.
I was under the presumption that this was we were just on the map, so we had visual representation of how far.
Pretty much, yes. But that area there is the sparring ground. So if
that
you
is a tiny ass sparring.
And also,
it's not that.
What
tiny.
is the zone, like the burst of root gate? Because it doesn't say any zone.
It's 10. Close burst 10. This was bigger than this tiny little place we're in. This is tiny.
Yeah, well, it's a sparring area. It's not supposed to be for a full-on battle.
Yeah.
True.
And I mean, it might not be a wall, but you've got like a circle of knights around that area, basically watching you guys.
Yep. So.
Yeah, she's not going to do that. She's not going to teleport out. I was under the impression that this place was bigger than it actually.
Nope.
Well, nothing I can do.
Okay. Cool. I am just going to forego the healing bit of this because it's one of my encounter powers. So I'm going to use Resurgent Smite. Oh, you know what? He's going to do it to... He's not going to forgo the healing. He's just not going to heal himself. He's going to heal one of the guys that was beaten on earlier. He said no... She said no healing him. She didn't say no healing them.
Actually, can I shift back first?
Yeah,
I mean, you can, but I'm just going to walk right up.
I'm going to immediately interrupt.
Before I even attack, you can shift it. Yeah, I can still get to you, though. Because you can only shift a couple.
Just because it's funny.
Boop. I can still get there.
Yeah, obviously.
20 plus 21.
She's just starting around
30.
That hits literally anything.
Okay. Plus 9 plus 5 plus 1 6. 33. And
I don't have that much.
And one of the guys that she beat on earlier looks so much better.
I mean,
she goes down to 0, but she doesn't actually go down.
He wasn't doing it for a killing blow anyway. He was actually just doing it to kind of...
Actually, it would be hilarious if you take her down and then heal her with the same attack.
Okay, well then there you go. Take her down, and then she gets healed up for... Oh shit, I have to actually roll that. Okay, you can spend a healing surge and regain 6 additional hit points.
Nice.
I mean, that said, you're surrounded by paladins who can heal, so...
Yeah. And Pax is just going to raise his eyebrows at the other paladins. You sure you guys are up to this?
We'll find a way.
Pax will help her up.
I'm low. I got you so low. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, you should be. Also,
if I'd landed one more fucking attack, you'd have been down.
Maybe. By the way, was that one that lowered my AC until the end of the encounter?
What?
Remember how you said the one Oh no, just until the end of your next turn. Never mind.
Yeah.
You still hit above that anyhow. But yeah, Pax is going to help her up. Kind of grin, not quite sure of how he should be reacting to this, because he's somewhat proud, but at the same time, this isn't his wife.
That was great. I should spar with you more often.
I wouldn't be adverse.
Definitely better than these little boys.
Seems they need all the
Awkward
help
shifting.
they can get. Seems they need all the help they can get. And
Wow.
here, Pax is just gonna kind of sigh and look at them out of the corner of his eye. And then he's gonna also look at Guy and kind of shrug. Can't be helped.
What can't be helped?
I think I'm gonna be going with them.
Oh,
Looks like they might need me more.
interesting.
Come on. Let's go and find the others.
Okay.
And Pax is
Alright.
just gonna walk off with her.
Well, after that sparring match and all that conversation, we'll say Leilani has had enough time to finish with the circle. So you all gather back in your rooms, where I'm assuming you have all your equipment and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And start gathering up everything.
Yep. As we're about to leave,
Wait a minute. Who's got the wyvern? Who's got the wyvern egg?
I got the egg.
And I thought Realtar had the wyvern at that point.
Yeah, but whose was it?
Man.
Okay, that's what I thought. Continue, sorry.
The wyvern
I'm
doesn't
kind of
belong
interested
to
in where
itself.
that's going. TBH.
Honestly.
Yeah, no, Realtar's been probably playing this whole hour. Oh wait, no,
With
you were
that-
disenchanting stuff. So you probably
Yeah.
had a wyvern watching you.
And, like, eating all of the leftovers.
Yeah.
So it's like poorly enchanted quills and cheat sheets and, like, lit bookmarks so people could read under the covers.
I would love one
It's
of
like
those.
all the confiscated shit.
Yeah, all the confiscated magical items. The cheat sword. It was a sword that, at a command, could become just a bit longer.
That is a cheat sword.
Wow.
Anyways.
Oh my god, people. Anyways,
It's a blue sword.
Anyways. Is everyone ready to go?
Sure.
About that.
What, you have to pee?
No,
What?
I think I'm going to be staying with these little lads. Get them into shape. I don't trust them to siege the
Well-
city by themselves.
Well, then how are you going to get back with us?
You're staying behind?
What?
You said it yourself. I was too shiny, and I'm already gonna have a target on my back as it is. Might as well be
What?
one that draws more eyes to me.
What?
Wait, you're not coming with us the Rift even? Or is it you're just gonna stay here and train while we get the news?
I'm going to be leading the attack. Real tart.
Hello.
Stop that.
Uh,
This is supposed to be serious. Thank you. Out of character.
you're not gonna be with us.
This is just as important. If these guys don't survive, if they're crushed by Dammit, ugh, God damn it, Davit, or the attack fails, even if we get the stuff from the rift, there won't be people to help rebuild.
But what if we don't come back from the rift? What if we go to the next thing?
I mean,
Guy
maybe
at this
I can
point goes, huh, that's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
What do you mean you hadn't thought of that?
Yeah,
Wait.
a guy's gonna get a
Wait.
fist kind of
Wait.
noogieing his head.
You knew about this?
You do?
Ow. Stop. Pax. I was talking to Pax earlier.
I mean,
Oh
there's a
my
way.
God.
There's a way to choose where you go, isn't there? A way to learn it. I might not be great with
Okay.
magic, but... And I'm probably still attuned to you, right? Come here.
Uh-oh.
No. Come here. And Pax is just gonna kind of throw an arm around Realtar. I'm not gonna be leaving you forever.
Pax,
Is he
you're
making
gonna
the
have...
big crying eyes that are on the image?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
And Pax is trying very deliberately not to look at them.
Pax, you're gonna have the biggest target on your back.
I know. Honestly,
You
it's
might
probably...
die.
I could have died every day since we got in this world, and every day
Yes, but
in the
we've
other
been
world.
together.
Yeah, I know, but there are some times when you have to take responsibilities that aren't in the same group.
But
I want to give
It's not
this
your
world the best.
responsibility to train soldier.
You don't have any reason to stay with us.
Pax is gonna flick Realtar's nose.
Leilani's gonna glance at Delia and then back at Pax. Is that how you feel?
This is something I need to do.
Delia crosses her arms over her chest.
Pax is just going to kind of raise an eyebrow at her.
Pax actually misunderstood what Leilani just asked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure he
Wait,
deliberately misunderstood it.
I don't understand what just happened.
Think about
That's
it.
what he wants, then let him do it.
Oh. But
Even if you guys do wind up going to a different world after this,
Fine.
there are ways to
Let's
follow
go.
you.
But don't you remember the last time that you did this? You just walked off and then Rev never came back.
Rev didn't come back, Very didn't come back, and now you're going on your own.
This is my world. I have to do everything I can to protect it, and everyone I can.
Pax, I'm not going to stop you, but she does have a point. You do care about us, right?
Pax is gonna give him an even bigger noogie. Really?
Well, then you have to promise you're going to come back to us alive.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll pinky promise it.
Okay. He holds out a pinky.
Yeah, Pax will take it. He'll smoosh Guy against him. And then he'll smoosh Realtar against him. And then before she even realizes what he's doing, he's going to
No,
smoosh Leilani
Leilani
against
will
him.
step back.
I don't care. Pax will continue to come forward.
Pax, no.
I'm not going anywhere forever. I will be back. There's still stuff I have to do. But this is also something I have to do.
pretty, please, Leilani?
You have to swear to not abandon us too. Because I am tired of that.
Pax is going to take off his holy symbol and give it to her. I will get this back from you when all is said and done.
Leilani is going to look at it, then back at Pax, and very carefully take it. You're not allowed to die, Pax.
I won't.
I am tired of my friends dying.
I'm too fucking hard. Pax is gonna like freeze when Realtar whispers that.
That wasn't me!
It was Guy.
Oh, then Pax is gonna freeze even more. And then before Leilani can realize what he's doing, he is going to hug her.
Leilani is so trying not to cry right now. Like, her voice is breaking absolutely, but she's not crying yet. But
Oh god, you were totally crying.
Oh, I am.
Yes, I am!
I am absolutely crying right now. But, when Pax hugs her, he can feel Leilani tremble a little as she tries to keep her composure. But yeah, there are a couple tears in her eyes now. And very slowly she hugs him back.
Good, he doesn't let go until she does.
You have to come back to us alive.
I will. Oh. Yeah, one other thing. And he's going to, take out his potion of invulnerability and hand it to her. Don't you goddamn die either.
We're gonna have to find a temporary second healer to help us out, aren't we?
Probably.
You mean
I'm sure
third
Varian.
healer.
I'm sure Varian will
Third healer,
be
yeah.
able to help with that.
We'll find someone.
Wait, hold on. Here, have some more. And he's gonna take out a couple potions of moderate cure wounds as well.
Pax, you're gonna need some of that shit too.
I have plenty of means to heal.
You're gonna need all the healing you can get.
I'm going with a full legion of paladins. They might not be working at full power, but
I
by
was
the time
gonna
I'm
say,
done with
you
them,
guys have been kicking their asses constantly.
I know. And I'm gonna whip them into shape by the time you guys get back. And he's gonna send a really sharp look at any of the paladins that are in eyesight of them.
Aren't we in our room right now?
Well,
Yeah.
whatever. Then he's going to... He's gonna start glowing then a bit. Realtar.
Get that glow under control.
Realtar, Pax will pretend not to notice. Yeah, dwarven kitty. Oh my god.
That actually beats Leilani's passive perception.
It does not beat Pax's by a long shot.
Leilani finally lets go of Pax and is like, just be careful.
You too.
Alright,
We all have to survive.
agreed. No one is allowed to die. And Leilani then looks to Guy. No one
Oh.
is allowed to die.
Right.
Right.
And then she looks at Realtar and is like, no one is allowed to die again.
Yes,
To be fair, that also applies to Guy.
and to Delia.
Yeah, but Delia's keeping back.
Man, we're re-dead.
Man, is Leilani and Pax the only ones who haven't died in this party?
Yes.
Leilani's gone down, but not...
Not
Not
died.
dead.
We're not going to answer the question of what happens when Leilani dies, because I don't know the answer.
Yeah, you may need to figure that out at some point.
Yeah.
The DM, I'm sure, has figured it out. I do not know what
I
happens
doubt it.
when she
And
dies.
if Pax dies, it's
Did
very
you
likely.
hear that laugh just now? She totally has ideas.
Ideas.
Please. It's not like she's had conversations with people.
Oh boy, we're doomed.
Can't wait till you guys get to Leilani's world.
I'm not looking forward to that, and I'm just really hoping that you haven't completely destroyed it, because I have like 15 pages of info on that world already typed out.
That also doesn't beat Pax's passive. Just saying.
Oh my god.
Realtor? Delia? Guy? Let's get going.
Yeah. Were we
The
gonna
Realtor, clean off your face.
So, you're not coming with us now.
I've got work to do.
Alright, well, I guess we can send someone to let you know where to go and when to go.
Pax?
Hmm.
Before we leave, do you want to be the one to write the request to
To Barry.
Aldrea? No,
Oh.
Aldrea.
Oh.
Oh. I probably should write a couple things, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll give you a few minutes to write out what you need to for who messages you want to send out to anyone. But I think Aldrea will trust a message from you more than us.
You think?
I'm pretty sure.
I should hope so, or else there's something real wrong with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was dating Pax previously, so...
I don't think it was dating, even.
Fine. Recreational sex with Pax.
Glare.
That just sounds like a class, but alright.
I don't know what else to call it, okay?
Alright.
I mean, I don't
children.
either.
Alright, so
Stat.
Pax, you have a lot of writing to do, but
Yeah.
you finish writing that, give the contents of the letters to you, Leilani. And
Give us time to calm down and don't look like we just finished crying, because I think it would be bad if the three of the party look like they just finished crying when they appear and want to talk to Varian. And Pax isn't with us.
Yeah, Varian's gonna be like, what, Pax is dead?
No! But yeah.
That's not what we said at all!
Well, I guess his son is the child of prophecy.
Let's not.
Oh god, I forgot
Alright.
about that.
Yup. I didn't.
You guys still have that prophecy there.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's another reason to send him into the capital.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Balls.
Alright.
But then we head out to, I have forgotten the name of that
Garenhold.
place. Garenhold.
Alright. So you guys gather up, say once more goodbye to Pax. And
A little more calmly this time.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. I
I
believe
said a
it.
little.
At least you're not a bawling mess this time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Realtor probably still is.
Probably.
Push.
Anyways.
And you tell the Codex where you want to go with what words exactly?
God damn it.
That's gonna take
I
us.
really don't think that'll
Yeah,
take us
that's not-
anywhere
A safe
really wanna-
location in Garenhold.
of this world.
Of
Just in
Pax.
case.
Of the world that Pax is in. I can't remember the name of.
Alright. Alright, so the page is activated, and you four disappear, leaving Pax behind. And that's where we're on the session today.
Thank thank you for watching, everyone. Tune in next week on Wednesday for the continuation of Legend of Hyrule. And next Friday, we have Mists of Akuma again.
So, see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye!